Okay, I got the new Fisher F44 here, and this was basically a test model. Hurry up and get it put together, and we're going to go out and try it out, run it through the ropes, and probably put it in my test bed along with what I've done with other ones, but I want to give a little rundown of it first and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get it together, and we'll head out and start messing with this thing. Alright, I got the F44 all set up here, and before I take it outside and do some testing or show you about it, we're going to run through the menu real quick just to give you a quick idea on what options it has. Alright, you can go through a menu or the manual and check most of the stuff out, but I want to key in on some stuff. You got your modes here: custom, all metal, jewelry, coin, then artifact. We'll start out on, say, custom. One good thing that I've noticed on this, which I really like, is if I were to hold the mode button down for a second, now if you scroll through like FE, I can change the tone on FE. Now there's the VCO tone is 0, meaning the deeper it goes, the less noticeable or more quiet the tone is. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like you said, the VCO tone. And then if you want to move to, like, you know, number 2, which is gold and stuff like that, you can do the same. Change your tone and right on up. But what's good about it is, say you want to go where you hit, say right here's where nickels show up, you can put that at a high tone, which I already got it at 3, and then you go to 4, might be, you know, in the more pull tabs, that's a lower tone, another low tone. And then as far as your menu, just like other Fishers, you got your volume control, plus or minus. Now if you go down to like 10, all these upper tones are going to be as high as possible. But if you were to go, the higher you go here from 10 to 20, your volume of your ferrous targets or your iron will increase, and it'll keep the other ones the same. So that way basically you can literally block out iron or have it read off very faint and not make your detector chatter as much. But the menu system isn't too bad. It doesn't take too much to get to know it. Let's head outside and kind of give you an idea on the depth and stuff like that. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna run coins through and you can see what they come up as. Alright, let's hit the sounds real quick. First is a copper or a zinc penny, coming up at 52. Now a copper penny. Notice I got the tone a little higher, 66. Take a nickel. Got the tone a little higher, 35. Then a regular dime. Well, let's do the pull tab first. Even though it's a higher VDI at 42, I got that tone turned down on that. Then a regular dime, 65, 66. Mercury dime. It's almost trying to come up as a higher tone versus the regular dime. Pretty good there. And then of course a quarter. So one real good thing about this detector is you can set that up, your different tones and that, and it seems to have a nice broad VDI for, you know, accepting different objects. So now let's go ahead and go outside. Alright, we're gonna head up to my test bed, and I'm gonna run in custom mode and accept everything, and FE in the whole 9 yards. For starters, what we're gonna do is do a manual ground balance, the ground grab. Keep doing that until your number stays pretty much the same digit. is. So now we're going to go into volume. I'm going to crank it everything up to 20. Sensitivity 20. Notch, don't have to worry about notch. So now I'm in custom mode. That's basically maxed out with, I have different tones for everything. So the first part here is going to be a quarter at 4 inches. Now one thing I've noticed, this arrow meaning going down means that you're supposed to change your ground balance. So let's try ground grabbing again. It still shows up, but as far as pinpoint depth, that's pretty accurate. Now next one is a quarter at 7 inches. Does pull it in pretty good, actually. Now a quarter at 10. We're going to go through this again. I'm going to do a manual ground balance, but there's a quarter at 10. Now here's a dime at 4.5 inches. Pretty good. Now a dime at 8. And just for the heck of it, let's go into jewelry. Make sure our volume's up, sensitivity's on 20, notch. We're not notching out anything but iron. Sounds off loud and clear on jewelry. The 10 inch, still nothing. 4.5 inch dime, got hit it there. 8 inch dime, nothing. Going into my custom mode where I'm not blocking anything out. And we're going to do a quick recovery of a penny, a nickel, and a dime. They're 4 inches deep, 2 inches apart. Not too bad for recovery. And this other, let's try a real hard one. I think this is a dime and a penny, 2 inches deep, and they got 7 nails staggered around them. Let's say we go to just coin. Trying. Isn't doing her though. Bottle cap, 4 inches deep. That's not a good sign right there. I think it's that lower kilohertz on these that does that. Well, you got a broken one there, so you kind of know. But 4 inch deep bottle cap, 4 inch deep quarter. 4 inch deep bottle cap. Yeah, you can tell, but kind of rough. Now the worst case scenario for separation, a 4 inch deep dime with 4 nails around it creating a square. Not seeing anything above in the low 20s. Now see, one thing I'll tell you what you can do is take your volume. Now I'm going to put it down to 12. Now watch when I do this. You hear how the metal got real quiet, or the ferrous, the iron? That's pretty awesome. Now we're going to go back down. I'm going to hit some real small targets and lay it on a bench. Alright, I'm still in my custom mode, accepting everything. This is 1 grain of 24 karat gold. I'd say about 1 inch away, she's hitting good. Alright, next we have a iron meteorite, which has very little iron. I use this in all my other tests for the metal detectors. In jewelry mode, we're not hitting it. And I'm not even going to try the stony meteorite right now. Then we're going to have 3 pieces of copper that are much smaller than that grain of gold. That little one is like wicked small. That's at about 3 inches. There's 2. So it hits that bigger piece of copper pretty good. The medium one, hitting on that too at about 1.5 inches. Small one, not quite do it. I got metal detectors that will, if you look on my other videos, hit that. But now we're going into all metal. Let's try that iron meteorite. Just like the F19, that's pretty damn good actually. So you're out iron meteorite hunting, you'd probably find one. Probably dig a lot of stuff with it. This here is a stony meteorite. A lot of metal detectors can't hit that in all metal. And I'm right on it. I mean, you can see a little difference there, but it's not really hitting it. We're going to shoot to the copper. We're going to try the real small piece of copper. I just won't quite do it. That piece of gold still hits it. There you have it. Just a quick rundown on it. For basically a $349 detector, this thing is actually pretty good. Not seeing incredible depth with it. Recovery's pretty good. One thing about it is it's so stable. It's unreal how stable this is, even cranked up on sensitivity. Maybe Fisher did that on purpose. But I think if they could have run that pod a little higher, and it'd probably go deeper if it wasn't so stable. But it's the first thing I really noticed was how stable it was. And a lot of modes, a lot of ability to change different tones. Really like that. And then the other one, they say you can actually hunt in the rain, which is another plus. It has the good night light on it. It's built like all Fishers, pretty rugged, kind of basic, but very light. Takes 2 AA batteries. I'd say it's an okay metal detector for the $349 asking price. One thing on it though, they don't come with a coil cover. You have to order that separate. You're not going to go wrong with this guy. Very rugged. Many options, my guess. Digging, over 7 inches, it's going to be iffy. Oh, one last thing. I have a Fisher F19. That's kind of weird. Oh, I know one reason why. I was on above metal right here, and I think that's interacting with it. I got a strip of metal right there. But this The Fisher's F19 stock coil will fit right on here. This has the, I better shut it off, screw-in connector. I think it's a 5-pin. With a O-ring in it. Yeah, it's a 5-pin. And a lot of like the F19 and the F5 and other ones like that, I put the F19's little football coil on and it performed just great with it. So I tried this coil on the F19 and it just chatters like crazy. I don't know if it's because of the frequency or what, but so you do have already a good variety of coils to put on. So well, there you go, enough talking about it. Let's I'm gonna go do the full test in the test bed and put that on a different video. Fisher F44.